Officer Carmine Castello and fellow officers Dylan Sawyer and Bobby Charles found a one Blake Ryder illegally parked in the hospital ambulance bay.
Emergency bay! That's a fast car. They go get Roman.
You take the photo.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the car searched. Go ahead, radio the tow.
10-4 on it.
Do you have any frequency?
I don't know what kind of
Ain't nothing illegal in.
Upon attempting to ticket her and tow her vehicle, Miss Ryder jumped into her car and drove it away.
Hey, get out the driver's seat!
Whoa, ma'am.
Tries to take car out of keyhole. Take key out of keyhole. Take key out of keyhole.
For what? Tase me for what?
Obstruction, ma'am. You're obstructing justice.
I'm not obstructing justice.
Yes, you are.
You're
Ma'am, you're gonna be getting pulled from the
lane and
Oh
you're
no.
obstructing.
Ma'am, cut the engine, ma'am. Cut the engine.
On East 4 behind the old courthouse.
Ma'am, cut the engine.
Listen, Carmine, we're friends, man. I used to be a lawyer. Come on now.
You used to be a lawyer? Well, guess what? I'm a cop parking attendant today. What did you...
Ma'am, what are you doing?
Parking legally.
I think she thinks she won.
Gotcha. Well, we still got to write you a ticket and get it towed.
You got any weapons?
And now we might have to arrest you for it.
Yeah, you know what you just did? You just did evidence tampering, ma'am.
You
I
did.
didn't.
The three officers attempted to re-establish control over the scene and address Miss Ryder when...
Right, parking in an emergency bay.
Ma'am, do not get back in there.
Do not shoot me.
Ma'am, get out of the car. Ma'am.
Bobby, get
We're
here.
gonna be in a
That's
1080.
vandalism. She just hit the car.
Miss Ryder attempted to flee but quickly found herself incapacitated by a tree and a lack of control over her vehicle and stranded on the side of the
You have
highway.
absolutely nothing to arrest me for, you sons of bitches.
All right, man, put your hands up. You're going to be getting arrested. Ma'am, put your hands up.
Ma'am, do not swing if you lost your mind.
You have no.
You won't get your ass beat, ma'am. You won't get your ass beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am.
She's not close to there.
Ma'am, stop running. This is the police.
She's going for
Going
the water.
north, she's going straight for the water.
I'm less lethal. Actually, I got you lethal.
Ma'am, I
Going
repeat,
for
you will be
handcuffs.
beat with the nightstick if you do not surrender. Ma'am.
Peter.
Ma'am did in fact end up finding herself beat down by a nightstick and eating sand.
All right, we got her.
195. Suspect's been incapacitated.
Give me your gun.
Upon waking up from storm, the officers realized Miss Ryder was nowhere to be found.
Hey, where's that lady we arrested?
I got one.
I'm not sure she was in the hospital when the storm hit.
Hello,
She requested a
everybody.
bench trial.
She fled the hospital.
As you all may know,
They quickly
I have
began a
fatal
search for this now dangerous fleeing criminal.
All right, you two going through the front, I'll go in through the back.
All right, go, Carmine, go.
All right, let's clear it. Hello, ma'am, have you seen one Blake Ryder escape custody? She was last seen in here to get treatment.
No.
All right. Oh, you got any inpatients right now?
I don't
Miss
know.
Ryder would end up showing up and being quickly admitted into the ICU.
She going to the
Hey, good
intensive care
news.
unit?
Yeah, good news. She has brain damage.
Okay.
That means that I can argue that her statement of claim in court is null and void due to her technical mental limitations.
Well, you can.
Yeah. I can say that brain damaged bitch don't remember shit.
With concerns that this runaway criminal was a flight risk and needing to ensure the suspect would not be aided in committing further acts of crime, the three officers proceeded to monitor the area and all non-identifiable individuals leaving and entering the space.
ESP.
Whoa,
INOZ in the
what's
staff
going
page.
Who is
He's
this?
a captain. He's
I'm
a captain.
a captain,
Carmine.
you idiot.
All right,
Whoa,
I want to
does
be
he
in
got-
there. I want to be in there.
You
Open
can't
up.
be in there. No.
We have a suspect in there. Have you lost your mind? Hello? She's under police custody. Let us in now.
We might be able to arrest these folks.
Let-
for-
you're-
Carmine, she's in.
well,
Carmine,
This is
she's
a
in
lawful
surgery.
order. We're coming in there and we're fucking gonna be there. I don't want you talking to her,
Hey, I'll
Veronica.
commit to
The officers were locked out and prohibited from doing their duty.
All right, listen.
we are not
All right,
committing.
look.
No.
We
Withdraw.
do have a suspect in there. We do need. This is a lawful order to let us in.
Open the door.
I don't want to. We don't want to have to escalate to arresting the entire. I'll arrest someone mid-operation.
With scalpel in hand.
Listen,
You
I had
hear
6
us?
steps.
This is 408. We're currently having a situation with the doctors and the EMS. They are withholding a flight risk.
We need to
from
be
us
able to see
and
the
not
fucking
allowing us
suspect.
to
We have no
watch after
visual of
this
the
person
suspect.
that
2
could
other
do
people
them
just walked
bodily
in there.
harm. They've
Someone
locked
that
us
whose
in the
credentials we don't
hallway
have.
outside of the MRI room.
To
Hey, firm, we're going to need more units here. We might have to arrest the entire hospital staff.
No, they are being escorted by a doctor.
The
Sawyer.
Patient Privacy Act. only-
Gotcha, but they're a risk. There are 95. That woman is with us.
They're in a locked facility inside the hospital with other government employees. We are not
How do we
withholding
know
work
that
from
you couldn't be taking
Oh,
stuff
here,
off
here.
her person? We need to keep an eye on her.
The officers and EMS found themselves at odds and quickly pointing fingers at who has acted out of line.
At us, sir. I don't think Carmine's to blame at all. If anything,
Back up and like-
Carmine,
it was her.
when we walked in there,
And him.
you said, "Who is that?" And I said, "This is Captain Parker Gunn." And then you guys threatened to arrest us.
That's not what happened.
This we will come back to in another episode. But for now, this is the People's Court.
Yep, you can go.
I can go.
All right, who's going to be prosecuting for the police PD?
I'll be prosecuting Officer Dylan Sawyer, badge number 408, LSPD.
Okay.
Sawyer, could you call me up as a witness, by the way?
Fuck no.
Defendants?
Carmine said not to do that.
No, I didn't. I said you gotta take it into account that Bobby might throw. That's all I said, Bobby. I swear.
I'm asking the officers if they're ready to share the report to you.
Bobby, how much time you need?
I mean, I can just testify, Sawyer.
He's not even. He's not
we'll
even
share
doing
it.
it.
We're ready to share the report.
Defense, are you guys okay if Bobby Charles just puts his statement verbally to the court?
Yes. What do you mean verb?
Okay.
I just call it being a
Why,
witness.
Bobby, do you have a
Your
problem
Honor.
with that?
No, I wouldn't
That's
say
what I thought.
they don't really have. Okay, you know.
Bobby, if you go up there and you give your
Authorization
statement and you
to,
misspeak and you fuck up,
Call, make some phone calls to some witnesses. For
just
defense
copy
side.
him.
How many witnesses
Just
would you like?
proofread mine, copy paste it, and put it in
I
yours.
object.
Okay.
He had time to get witnesses.
What do you mean I'm not
together
gonna throw?
beforehand,
It's
and I
legit.
I
refuse
was
to have
in
this.
the
Dylan.
ICU, you fucking
Everybody stop.
idiot.
Dylan, you can't object to that.
Why not?
Because I told you so.
You're in his domain now. You watch Jujutsu
Your
Kaisen?
Honor,
I can already
Yes,
tell.
I was in the ICU.
Down on
what are
judges, we
two
said let's
people
make
you'd
Jimbo
like to-
Sutton a
In
fucking.
the state.
There are 2 EMS workers, Josh Grimm and
So Josh Grimm, 2 M's.
no, he's EMS. Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can we ascertain
Your
his
Honor, I do
relationship
have an
to
Shut
objection.
the
We have
fuck
no
up.
way of knowing if those people were actually there or not, Your Honor.
They were there after the fact, by the way.
Were there
It was a
relevance to
captain
the
who was
actual-
in
This
regular
is-
clothing. It was
This
a
is
captain.
relevant to the actual case. They weren't even present for the unauthorized parking of the
Hold
meeting.
on. Pause. Your Honor, we do have an objection here on the basis that we cannot prove that those people were at the incident. No one notified police or anything like that. We have no way of knowing if these people were actually present.
Motion denied. I don't care.
He said, "Go fuck
This is
yourself
how they want to defend
twice."
themselves. This is how they're going to turn on themselves.
He told you to go fuck yourself twice,
All right,
dude.
I'm going to go. Who's going to be testifying here today? If you're going to be testifying today, please raise your right hand.
I can only raise my left.
Fine, raise your left hand. I don't give a shit. All right. By raising your left hand, you swear to
Your Honor,
tell the
Sawyer
truth,
just perjured himself. He can physically raise his right hand. I've seen him do it multiple times.
Carmine, please, for the love of God, if next person who interrupts me is going to contempt of court.
God damn it, dude!
All right, but raising your hand, you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It shall help you under the penalties of perjury. Shall help you sab.
To help me say it.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
All right,
Carmine, are you not
prosecution.
testifying?
No, you two got it.
You only get 2 witnesses. All right, go ahead and start with your opening testimony.
All right,
Defendant.
Your Honor. Today, a crime was committed
The fuck off, man.
out of unnecessity. A vehicle, as you will see, is submitted into evidence, was illegally parked. That was Miss Blake Ryder's vehicle. Blake Ryder's even in the photograph wearing similar clothing to that as well. And you can actually see via the photo who was present at that scene at that time. The vehicle is obstructing the lanes and actually directly obstructing ambulances from getting out of that spot. I pulled over after noticing it alongside Bobby Charles and Carmine Castello. Proceeded to make Miss Ryder aware that her car was unauthorized to park in that location and she would be getting a ticket. She proceeded to scream at me, and then she proceeded into the vehicle without identification, while refusing to identify herself, may I add, and then pulled into the back lot spot at the hospital where there's about 5 to 6 parallel parking spaces, Your Honor, and then pulled into one of them. And I said, you can't do that. All right? What you're doing is illegal. What you're doing is obstructing justice right now, and I have the right to arrest you if I deem it necessary. She then proceeded, moments later, to get into the vehicle and say, fuck this, and a bunch of more profanity directed towards us. And then she got into the car and proceeded to give pursuit to about 4 or 5 officers. A lengthy pursuit, might I add, that led to the Los Santos Freeway and went up north to Paleto Bay. The vehicle crashed a few times along the way, and then eventually the vehicle would have its final crash out going southbound on Great Ocean Highway, at which point she got out limping on foot, running from officers, and assaulted Bobby Charles by punching him in the face. She was then told to stop what she's doing or she's going to be beat, as she did assault an officer. So we exercised nonviolence in order to obtain her through violence by using our nightsticks to incapacitate her and take her to the hospital. That was handled by Espinosa. Then, while she was at the hospital, unfortunately, she was unconscious, and we were not able to appropriately get a
The criminal
bench trial
threats are not
to
going to
occur.
be. We're not going to be able to push the criminal threats out. So I should have gone up there. I'm an idiot.
And that's what happened. She didn't have anything illegal on her or nothing, sir. She, in fact, it was just an unauthorized parking ticket, and she chose to flee from officers, which led to her own incapacitation and her own wrongdoing.
Okay. Defense, your opening statement.
Your Honor, here today,
here we go.
on behalf of my client Blake Ryder, as she was at the hospital today, she witnessed Officer Carmine Castello enter her vehicle and begin searching it. And as she was unaware that it was even a traffic stop, she was never given a chance to move her vehicle, and my client, again, was unaware that it was even a traffic stop. She,
are we supposed to give him an out? Like, hey, no, you can fix this.
Was simply, before she even had the chance to even talk or explain anything to them, officers were already searching through her vehicle.
Thank you, Shawnee.
And was telling her it will be impounded.
You know what Ben Shapiro says?
Her rights were violated as it was
feelings.
She was made unaware of.
Yeah, you are definitely an Asmongold sub.
Of what?
I'm gonna hear this.
Of why her car, or why an officer was inside of her car. And then also officers were threatening to shoot her. As again, my client did try to
I didn't
take the vehicle and park it legally.
Threatened to shoot her?
And which all this led to the other ensuing charges. So I would like to argue, due to a rights violation, that this is fruit of the poisonous tree.
I can easily argue this if permitted, Your Honor.
It's an opening statement. Sawyer.
Didn't sound like an opening statement. It sounded like a request for.
Well, yours didn't sound like an opening statement either, but we didn't correct you.
I thought we didn't do opening statements for bench trials.
No, we do whatever the fuck I say we do.
I thought it was narrative testimony. That's why I asked.
No,
you're not on the stand
when you go to testify.
So.
Oh, he's gonna crash out. I can.
All right.
You need to tell Sawyer. You need to tell.
First witness will be myself.
Okay.
And I'd like to reflect my opening testimony, but I can recite.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, this would be great for me. I'd love to recite.
Go ahead.
All right. So, what happened was there was a vehicle that was noticed unauthorized parking, obstructing both ambulances as well as the through lanes of the emergency lanes that are at the CMC building. Upon investigation, the vehicle in itself was searched, as if it's unauthorized parking, we have no legal guidelines written within the Constitution or legislation saying that we can go ahead and get the vehicle to be towed. Because at that point, if the vehicle is obstructing lanes, it's subject to tow, which means it's subject to search in order to verify any belongings inside so that when the tow does come. She impeded the investigation. She refused to identify. She jumped inside of the vehicle. She was aware that there was stuff going on. In her own lawyer's opening statement, she was aware that stuff was going on. Officers were on scene. Lights and sirens were on. She was being asked questions. She was being told that she illegally parked her car, that it was subject to tow for impeding the lanes.
What the fuck is the chief calling me for?
Vehicle, pull around the back, and that's where things escalated. She was berating us longer. We made her aware that she's escalating the situation.
I'll call you back as soon as it's done.
Things are going further. And then she proceeded to get inside of the vehicle and flee from officers, leading us on a chase, which ended up with her being in the hospital for 2 hours.
Okay. Is that your testimony?
That's my testimony, Your Honor.
Carmine, Bobby, do you have any questions you want to ask the witness?
Yeah, I got a few questions. Am I ready to go, Judge Bo?
Yeah, good. Yes, you
Aware that if you fuck this up, the captain's gonna be pissed.
Sawyer, did you see Blake Ryder today?
Yes, I saw Blake Ryder today.
Did Blake Ryder get inside of her vehicle after you told her not to?
She, in fact, did.
Did Blake Ryder drive off inside of her vehicle?
She did.
Did you have your lights and sirens on?
I did.
Did you chase her with your lights and sirens on?
I did.
Did you lose sight of Blake Ryder at any time during the chase?
I don't believe I did.
How many warnings would you say you gave Blake Ryder at the initial time that you pulled up the CMC before she decided
Several.
to evade?
Countless. I gave her warning after warning after warning. She refused to obey.
Did you tell Blake Ryder that her car was illegally parked throughout those warnings? Did she listen to these warnings?
No.
All right, I don't got any questions. I don't know if Carmine has it.
The moment she crashed her car on Great Ocean, she say anything?
Say anything. I'm not 100% sure what she said on the scene when she crashed her car. She crashed her car in several iterations.
Ask her if she
The
assaulted
final
me.
crash. The final crash. The one that put the car out of commission.
I believe she said something to Bobby and assaulted him. Hit him in the face.
And then what she do?
Fled from police on foot while we were telling her she would be tased and tackled and arrested and beaten if she continued to do so as she attacked an officer, which we gave her several warnings of. In fact, that she was approximately about 100 feet away from the vehicle while limping, which is kind of impressive.
during this entire exchange, did you hear any officers utter the words, "We will shoot you," anything along those lines?
No, I didn't hear anyone utter anything about shooting her at all.
Okay. And when the vehicle was spotted at the emergency bay, did you feel the vehicle being there would introduce risk to the wider public?
100%, as it was obstructing ambulances from going to calls and vehicles from coming into the hospital to drop off anyone that may have had been maimed or bodily harmed to an extent that they needed to go to the emergency room. 100%. You could easily justify in that instance that, in fact, it was a threat.
And what gave you the indication that it was an emergency bay? How'd you know that?
The writing on the floor.
What did it
and
look
on the
like?
walls.
What did it look like?
Permission to reference the photograph, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're good.
It says in big yellow letters, "No parking."
That's all, Your Honor.
All right, defense cross.
One moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
Bobby, how's it going, Carmine?
Oh my God! Hey, Chief.
Hey, what's going on, sir?
Hi, Chief. Oh, we're just.
Is that Jabber or the Chief? I can never tell at this distance.
It's Chief. Sorry, it's Chief.
Hi, Chief. How you doing today, sir?
Got it.
We did a bang-up job, sir.
Dylan, let's refrain from speaking in the gallery.
Did a good job, sir.
The
Did a good job.
Sorry, that's my boss. He's like my daddy, except alive.
Know what they say, Chief? An indictment a day keeps the doctors away.
Hallelujah.
Chris, do you have anything for cross?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. All right. Officer Sawyer.
Yes, sir.
You said when you pulled up to the hospital.
Yes, sir.
You said you in your testimony you had here today, you said you observed this vehicle. You observed this vehicle parked illegally, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you, what was when you pulled up and noticed this vehicle, was there anything you did is there anything that you said to Miss Ryder here that what did you say to Miss Ryder, or did you just notice the vehicle first?
Objection, Your Honor. That's a compound. He said, "Did you notice the vehicle first?" And what did you say? It's not like it's not a.
I'll rephrase.
It's not a question.
Sustain. Can you clarify what you're saying, Chris?
Absolutely. Yes. Did you, when you pulled up to the hospital, did you ask Miss Ryder anything in regards to her vehicle?
Don't object.
I'm not sure what time frame you're referring to, or really what you're asking me exactly, if I'm being honest with you, because I'm not really too sure. I'm very confused.
Okay. When you, Bobby and Carmine pulled up to the hospital, did you, was there anybody inside of the vehicle?
There was nobody inside of the vehicle, no.
Okay. Was there, sorry, I'm just looking through some of the statements here. Okay. And from there,
he doesn't have a lot to work with. Objecting is fucked up. You know, that's OD.
car allegedly illegally parked, what did you do next?
So lights and sirens were on. Being that the vehicle was blocking 2 ambulances in an emergency lane, we started getting the vehicle prepped to be towed.
So would you say that you were not performing a traffic stop?
Objection leading. Your Honor, he said, "Would you say?" Your Honor, that's not just a simple question. He didn't say, "Did you perform a traffic stop?" He's wanting the prosecution here to say what he wants them to say. Your Honor, could we rephrase this question? This is leading. This is by definition leading. Your Honor.
Chris, do you have any response to that? Or would you rather?
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple yes or no question.
No, Your Honor, it's not a simple lesser.
Bobby,
he said,
Bobby,
"Would you?"
Bobby, be quiet.
Well, I'm just
be
providing.
quiet while he's speaking.
Okay.
Chris, go ahead.
Don't object. Just let him fucking cook. Let him do his thing. He
Um,
doesn't have much to work with.
At that time, were you performing a?
No, about the objection that's on the floor.
Yeah. So it was a simple, it was a yes or no question.
Okay. Well, objection is going to be sustained. Can you rephrase the question, please?
Yes,
Absolutely.
baby.
Were you performing a traffic stop?
Bro, Bobby out
My
here
lights and
just
sirens
beating a
were
dead
on,
horse.
and if a vehicle is illegally parked, I'm performing a stop. Yes.
Okay. What?
And being that it was impeding the through lane of hospital traffic, I could argue that it was in fact a traffic stop.
All right. Did you happen to call over radio that you were performing a traffic stop?
Objection relevance, Your Honor. I don't know what him calling over radio would have anything to do with this case at hand. This is a case of unauthorized parking.
Overruled.
Did I call over radio? Yes.
Did you call over radio that you were performing a
Wait,
traffic
how would
stop,
she know if
a,
he's lying?
1038?
How would she know if he didn't
Objection
call
asked
over
and
radio? Did one of the
Overruled.
doctors fucking snitch?
I
How'd
called
she?
over radio that I was dealing with a vehicle that was obstructing the through lanes and the emergency lanes of the hospital, I believe. That's why
Wait,
backup
are the
units came.
doctors fucking giving her information? Because there's no way she should know if he called it over the radio or not. She doesn't have access to the radio. EMS mafia is real. It's not a bit.
So I'm confused here.
The doctors are mobbed
I can
up.
tell.
So, in your statement, you said you were performing a traffic stop, but in your verbal testimony, you said that you had pulled up to the hospital and was attempting to impound a vehicle that was illegally parked. How would my client know that you're performing a traffic stop?
Chris, are you asking a question here?
Objection,
yes,
Your
I
Honor.
am.
Argumentative. This isn't
Oh,
a
Bobby.
clarifying question
Bobby,
at all.
overruled.
You're wait.
Bobby, fucking chill,
Okay.
dude.
Okay. Okay. Could you
You have a
could you
question
go
here,
and
Chris?
Yes. Were you performing I'm just confused here. Yeah, were you performing a traffic stop, or were you simply just impounding a vehicle?
objection?
Oh.
Asked and answered.
Oh my god, Bobby.
It was an investigation.
What are you trying to prove, dude?
No further questions.
Okay.
Hold on, Bobby.
Bobby, Carmine, redirect. Do you have anything?
No, I don't really have anything unless Carmine has something.
One moment. Just give me like 10 seconds. I need to deliberate with myself. You know what I'm confused about? He kept harping on the whole radio thing. Did he call it in? How the fuck would he know anything about the radio? You think one of the EMS people talked to her?
All right,
Well,
you
no,
go
that's
step
why
down.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's why it
yeah. I
doesn't
don't
matter,
have any
Carmine.
Go
questions.
step down, Sawyer. Yeah,
That's why it's
all right.
not relevant.
Yes,
That's why I
Your
did
Honor.
objection relevance, but fucking judge.
All right, prosecution. Next witness.
I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Trying to argue if I was doing
Prosecution,
a
who's your
stop
next
or not
witness?
while I had the
Me,
vehicle
Your
in my
Honor.
custody, technically.
Can I give a narrative?
Just to that's fine. Just to remind you, if you testify, then Bobby can't testify.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Bobby hasn't put a statement in the report.
Can we not have three? Just
Nope.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine, right? So if I go up.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Should I just get on with it?
Did you swear in, Carmine?
I do not recall, so let's just do it again.
All right. Carmine, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you under penalties of perjuries, to help you, Nidus?
I do.
Okay. Go ahead, Carmine.
All right. My account of things. I'm gonna start off at the hospital. Everything else has already been covered in my statement. At the hospital, after she was treated and discharged by the medical practitioners, Sergeant Stevie was escorting the suspect out of the hospital. At which point she said the words, and I quote.
Objection, relevance.
This is me.
You're being charged with criminal threats. It's completely relevant.
He's doing narrative testimony. Just let him.
She said the words, and I quote, "If you ever touch my family, I will fucking kill you all," referring to us, the police force. And it was related to an incident where several people who refused to leave the ICU room after refusing to be patted down for weapons decided not to leave, at which point they were detained, and then they attacked officers, arrested, and I'm assuming she saw all of that. And that's what she was referring to. She was referring to us doing our jobs, enforcing the law on her violent associates as an attack on her family, and she threatened that if that ever happened again, that she would kill us. That's all.
Okay. Sawyer, Bobby, do you have any questions?
Yeah, Mr. Castello, I have a few questions.
Oh, God.
Regarding today's incident.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Blake Ryder's vehicle parked illegally?
Yes, I did. It was parked in the emergency bay, obstructing the path of an ambulance.
Okay. Did Blake Ryder get inside of that vehicle after we arrived on scene?
She did. I was in the passenger seat.
Did she drive the vehicle?
She did. I was in the passenger seat. She drove away, and I told her this car is being detained. Do not move this car. Do not. She wouldn't listen, and she.
You say the car is being detained?
The vehicle was in police custody.
Okay.
And don't move the car. She wasn't listening to me, and she drove it around the corner and parked it up, and that's what happened.
Did you observe? Okay, let me. Were the police cruiser's lights on?
Yes.
Did you ask for any identification?
Me? I don't think I don't recall if I did.
Once Blake Ryder moved the vehicle, did she drive off?
After she parked it up, yes, she did. She got back in and she fled from us.
Were the lights and sirens on during the vehicle chase?
Yep, it was for the entirety of the chase.
How long would you say the chase lasted for?
I can't give a exact time, but it started
Objection
from
relevant.
Completely relevant. She's being charged with reckless evading.
Yeah, she's getting charged with.
Which requires you to be in opposite lanes of traffic, which I didn't.
Well, was okay. Okay,
What?
the question. What was your question, Bobby? Your question was how long the pursuit lasted.
Yeah.
Okay. that relevant to the charge of reckless evading?
Well,
or do you want to rephrase
yes.
your question?
No. Of course it is. It's called establishing how long the pursuit lasted, building the foundation for more pursuit questions. You know, once we get the time established, we can talk more in specifics about
how long? Like 2
running
minutes?
traffic control devices. Going
Maybe
over
a little longer than
stuff
like
that.
maybe
So
like
have-
between 2 to 5.
I'm gonna overrule it. Just get to the point, Bobby.
Could you answer the question, Carmine?
A while. It started from CMC all the way to Great Ocean, so maybe around 4 minutes.
How fast would you say the vehicle was going?
I recall us going faster than 130 at one point, and we couldn't keep up with it. We had an interceptor vehicle sorted for high-speed pursuit, a Penumbra, and it was the only car that could keep up with it. So if I had to take an estimate, I'd say around 150, north of 150. Really
Did the
fast.
vehicle at any point drive over sidewalks or merge in and out of opposite lanes, incorrect lane?
Several times when it crashed, it swerved into incorrect lanes, and then also crashed. It also crashed into like trees and.
Okay,
and
I don't have any questions. Let me see if Sawyer has any more.
I got one question. Was everyone in the area, including Blake Ryder, made aware that the vehicle was illegally parked and police officers were on scene? Verbally.
Yes, and I know Blake Ryder knew this because she audibly yelled something along the lines of, "Do not touch my car, don't touch it." And it was also the reason she moved the car, to try and avoid the repercussions of the car being parked illegally. So
No further questions.
Oh, we're fucking cooking. We're fucking cooking, Sawyer.
Okay, defense.
I ain't cooking. This is a.
All right, Officer Carmine.
Did I say audibly? I don't know. What
At any
I'm
point,
saying.
did you ask for Blake Ryder's license and registration?
I do not recall if I did.
No further questions.
Bobby or Sawyer, do you have a redirect for that one question?
I do not.
No.
Okay.
No, Your Honor.
Carmine, you can go and step down.
In for Your Honor.
Hey, good job, Carmine. You didn't Bobby the whole thing up.
See that? You see that?
Yeah,
Chief?
the truth, you know,
is
the
the
truth.
witness
It's
that you need
easy to
here?
tell the truth.
Hey, Carmine, you did good.
Hey, thank you,
No,
Captain.
Your Honor.
See that, Chief?
But we'll go ahead and
Did that for you, Chief.
Do you think you can be
Focus on your
sufficient without
case.
that witness, or would you like to have a brief recess to try to call that witness?
I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine, Your Honor.
Actually,
Okay, if you want to go ahead and call your first person to the stand.
Yeah,
First
Your
witness.
Honor, I would like to call Blake Ryder to the stand.
Okay.
Oh,
I
shit, they're
can't wait to
fucked
object.
now.
Oh, I'm gonna
This is
object
great.
everything.
I'm gonna flambe
Blake,
this
you already been
bitch.
sworn in?
And we go hit him with perjury too. We do that shit.
All right, Blake, please raise your hand.
I'll hit him
Sawyer-
with perjury
Blake,
charge.
Can
Ryder,
prosecuting
you
officers-
How about we don't refer to women as bitches? That would be great.
I'll say whatever the fuck I want. If you don't like it, don't talk to me. I don't give a fuck about you.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Easy there,
Wow.
Sawyer.
First, go ahead.
Nice.
All right, Your Honor, we're going to have
oh god, dude.
Blake give just a brief narrative testimony, and then I'll just ask her a few follow-up questions.
Okay.
Can prosecuting officers give people perjury?
I'll start with. Well, I was at the hospital.
I can't hear her.
Just speak up just a little bit, please.
I was at the hospital in the parking bay next to the ambulances, which were also parked. There was no one in any of the vehicles. Talking to the people who were operating said, well, we're going to operate said vehicles. When a police cruiser showed up and got out and said that the vehicle was being impounded, I at that point informed them it was my vehicle. I told them that I would move the vehicle.
This is even better than I thought. God damn.
They
All right, so you're going to be held in one times contempt of court for your comments.
Am I okay to continue or not?
You go ahead.
Okay. So at that point, they did not say anything to me. They did not communicate that there was a traffic stop. They did not tell me anything after I told them that it was my vehicle. Carmine got into my car with absolutely no reason. I was never issued a traffic ticket. He never informed me it was a traffic stop.
Don't worry, I would have got some, but I'm at 6 steps, so I can't.
He got into my vehicle, at which point I got into it, which is when he said what he stated earlier about not getting into my car, which in my eyes, he is illegally getting into my vehicle. I had threats of violence against me from Bobby Charles for getting into my car. I then told Carmine to get out of my car. I moved it into the back parking bay because I said I would move the vehicle. I was more than cooperative. They then tried to...
I think, I don't even know when I got into it, but I got into it because we were documenting the car.
They were trying to do, because at no point did they even speak to me and say what they were doing, let alone communicate with me like a human being. And that is when I left, because they had absolutely no right to search my vehicle when they did not inform me they were performing a traffic stop.
The fuck does this informant of a traffic stop bullshit have to mean about nothing?
I want to ask her questions first.
At any point in time, had they pulled you over at all?
No. I was never in the vehicle until I moved it.
Did they happen to ask you for your license or registration?
They asked for identification, but never asked for a license and registration.
And so just to reiterate, were you aware that it was an active traffic stop being performed on you?
No.
Do you need a driver for a traffic stop? I'm confused on that. I'm confused on the verbiage. Do you need a driver for a traffic stop? That's why I'm saying taking the car into custody, and I'm not because she wasn't in the car initially, you know.
Let me take
it just
this
kind
one.
of came out of nowhere.
Just two questions. Two questions.
A lot of
you got
people
it.
come through that lane, especially PD, to bring in suspects and treatment. At no point was I told
I'm putting the squeeze on
or anything of its caliber.
So when did you see Bobby, or when did you see Carmine get into your car?
Objection, leading.
I already said that in my testimony, so it's not really leading.
It is leading. If he's asking a question, if he's asking a leading question, that's leading.
It's not
Can you
leading
rephrase your question? Can you restate your question?
I already stated it.
No. What was your question?
Can you detain a car?
My question was just
treat the witness as hostile.
When did you witness Carmine get into your vehicle? I don't think that's leading at all.
Objection, Your Honor, vague and ambiguous.
It's not vague and ambiguous. It's not.
It's not even an objection.
Yeah,
well, it's not
AI
really a
says
clear
yes, you
question.
can, meaning they can temporarily seize the vehicle. Yes, you can detain a car.
Your Honor, could we treat the witness as hostile?
Well, you're not questioning the
hostile.
witness.
You threatened to shoot me.
All right, next person who speaks out is going to get contempt of court, guys. Come on, lock it in.
See this shit, AA. This is how you.
Objection's overruled. Go ahead and ask the question.
AI says you can.
Yes.
AI says you can. I agree with AI.
Carmine, get into your vehicle.
Probably a couple minutes after they got, maybe less than that after they got there. He just
says
got in and started searching my car, saying that he was searching it for anything illegal.
In the metaverse, you can.
Even though they hadn't.
Can you guys stop laughing and tell me if you can or not? I feel like the verbiage is weird and wrong.
They were actually doing.
The concept.
Your Honor, I'd like to have that question stricken and removed from the record, as she cannot testify to the speculative nature to what the officers were doing at the scene.
The objection to the question was already overruled.
I'm objecting to her statement, sir.
You can't object to my statement.
I can.
Okay. Here's how this is going to work, okay? Sawyer, if you have an objection to something that she's saying, you need to object while the question's being asked. If the question's already been asked...
Wait, how are you supposed to
you
object
can't
something
object
she
after
says
it's already
if
been
you-
happened.
That's...
Go ahead.
I said that I objected to infer that I'd like to have that statement stricken from the record.
Which
I
statement?
didn't object to the question.
Which
I didn't
statement?
object directly to hers. I
I believe
rejected
my statement, Your Honor.
to infer that I would like to have it stricken
I want to
from
know
the
the
record.
exact statement that he wants stricken from the record.
The part where she was talking about what the officers were doing in or around her vehicle. She can't speculate to the nature of what we were doing.
You were illegally searching my vehicle.
Okay, no.
It's not a speculation.
That's not going to be a back and forth. Blake, this is not going to be a back and forth. Objection is sustained. It's going to be stricken from the record. Please don't try to speculate on... Please don't try to speculate...
Like,
She's
please don't try to
arguing with the
speculate on what
judge.
the officers were doing. Only state on what you saw that actually happened.
I saw Carmine get into my vehicle and legally search it.
I'd like to object. So objection. I'd like to have that statement stricken from the record if it is on one. Speculation.
It's not speculation. I saw it with my own eyes.
Overruled. Keep going.
At that point, okay, I'm just going to move on to my next question. When you witnessed Carmine get into your vehicle, were you aware that a traffic stop was being performed?
No,
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained. You've asked that question a couple of times now. Let's just get to the point.
All right. I have no further question.
I have several.
Cook.
Was your car parked at the CMC building on the property?
I've already answered that.
I'm asking you a question, ma'am. I would like an answer. Was your vehicle parked?
He hasn't asked that question. He hasn't asked that question yet. Let's give him a little bit of leeway to where he's going.
It was in my testimony. If he wasn't listening,
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is being non-responsive.
Called clarifying questions.
Bobby, he's already. There's already objection here. Let's wait. Okay.
What's the objection?
Blake,
I didn't hear an objection.
Blake, well, she objected.
Well, she can't object. So she's a witness. That's the entire
Bobby,
point of
just
her
don't
legal
talk.
counsel.
I can object.
part of
It's
her
within my
defense.
rights.
Okay.
Okay.
Blake,
Wishy-washy DOJ.
Yeah, sure.
Once again,
just
Bobby!
let him, this is the first time that
Bobby,
he started
chill,
asking
Bobby,
questions, right?
chill.
I'm not able
Let's
to
give him a
object
couple,
when I don't have any
questions
fucking
to try to
counsel.
get to the point of what he's trying to make.
God, I fucking hate this DOJ so fucking much.
Bobby,
Holy
Sawyer,
shit.
go ahead.
Permission to re-ask my
Relax.
question, Your Honor.
Yes,
Carmine,
go
I
ahead.
don't think you realize how
Was
fucking
your vehicle
wishy-washy shit
parked on
changes
CMC
every
premises?
fucking day.
Yes.
You know what would happen if I
Was
tried
your
to
vehicle
object?
parked
I've
in
tried
the
to
emergency lane of the
one time,
CMC
Carmine. And you know what they
premises?
fucking told me? They said, you have legal
Was in the
counsel for a
ambulance
reason. Get your
fucking
fucking
day.
counsel to do it.
Okay, so was your vehicle parked in the emergency lanes of the CMC?
Yes.
Is your vehicle an ambulance?
No, but dumb question.
Are you a medical personnel?
Again, dumb question, but no.
Your Honor,
Gotcha.
can we permission
you
to treat the
see-
witness as hostile?
Okay, Blake, can you just let's
Can we
try to
treat the
keep
witness
the-
as hostile, Your Honor?
Bobby, you're held in contempt. Be
Damn,
quiet, please.
There it is. There it is.
Let's keep our narrative to a minimum. Let's just answer the questions, okay, Blake? I think everyone just wants to finish this.
Chief, I am bringing up valid.
Did you see
valid
police
points.
in the vicinity of your vehicle,
You can't
ma'am?
even fucking bring up any fucking
Outside
valid
the door.
points without
Bobby!
some fucking judge
I'm
handing out.
listening.
I'm listening. I'm trying to listen.
They could have
Okay, so I'd like an answer to the question.
Bobby's
ma'am. I
making
would
me
like
look
to
good.
ask, proceed with this witness
Bobby's
as
making
hostile,
me
Your
look
Honor,
good.
if you'll allow it.
Nothing I said was hostile.
I don't know where you're trying to go with this. So just go ahead and ask.
She's
your
being
question.
extremely combative, Your Honor.
She's answered every question that you've asked.
So the wording of which she presented was fluff. I don't want the fluff. I just want the answers, Your Honor.
Well,
I
she's-
answered your question.
Okay, Blake. Just because you don't like the answer, that's the question that you asked, and that's the answer she's giving you.
Wasn't about the answer, sir. It was about the demeanor leading up to the answer, where she.
I don't care about the demeanor. Go ahead and ask your questions.
Were you aware that police were on scene in the emergency lane of the CMC with your vehicle?
Objection leading.
I'm allowed to lead. This is cross.
Yep.
You're trying to lead me to say that I knew what you were there for.
Bro,
I'm allowed to lead you. It's cross.
There was not. Please stop the back and forth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your objection to leading, right? Restate your question.
I asked if she was aware that officers were on scene with her vehicle while it was parked at the CMC in the emergency lane.
Okay, can you just go ahead and rephrase just a little bit?
I don't feel the need to rephrase as I'm doing a cross questioning here, and I'm allowed to ask leading questions, Your
I
Honor.
understand. Just rephrase your question so it's easier for her to answer.
Were you aware that cops were around your vehicle while it was parked at the CMC?
They were by my vehicle, but I wasn't aware that they were wanting my vehicle in particular.
Explain how you weren't aware.
Like I said, the police cruiser was parked near the doors. I don't know who is in that vehicle. I don't know if you have anyone in that vehicle that needs treatment or what you were there for. You could have been there for an investigation or any other purpose.
Are you saying that police officers
can I finish what I was saying?
I don't need you to finish, ma'am.
Okay, but it's my legal right to finish my sentence.
Stop arguing. You asked the question, she's going to answer it, okay? If you have
She already answered the question. Now she's adding on to it. She's freestyling, Your Honor.
You asked
I'm
the
not
question.
freestyling.
If she's getting off track, then we can object.
Bro, what is this?
It's objection, not objection. Sure.
I object under the foundation of the question that was asked. She's outside the purview of the foundation of the
So you're
question
objecting
that
to
was
scope?
No, I am not.
Foundation scope, similar narrative.
Do you know what an objection is, or are you completely clueless?
Objection, badgering.
I know what everything is, man.
Okay. Guys, everyone wants to get out of here, right?
Then they're going to treat me with some damn respect.
Let's ask our questions. Objections overruled. Go ahead and finish your statement.
She just admits to holding us hostage using judicial process.
Neither was I communicated with that they were there for me, my car, or otherwise until they started to say it was being impounded, and that, which wasn't communicated directly to me. They were just shouting and badgering around the hospital, and then my car was illegally searched by Carmine.
Perfect, Your Honor.
When I got
I would
into
like
my
to get
car,
it noted that she just made it verbally clear that she was aware that her vehicle was the subject of a police
I wasn't done, or are
investigation.
you stupid?
Okay.
Okay, we'll just let you talk.
Blake, you're
going to
be held in contempt as well. Please let her finish her statement. I understand. I'm writing everything down.
Why am I being held in contempt for him not letting me finish my sentence multiple times?
Well, you called him stupid. We're not going to let that happen. Go ahead and finish.
It's fact.
It's not a fact. You're going to be held in contempt for a second time. Keep going.
I might be the one guy who walks out of here with no contempt charge.
Well, I got into my car, at which point Bobby threatened to shoot me. So, I left. I'm not going to get shot for something so ridiculous when you didn't communicate.
Okay, any more questions, Sawyer?
Yeah, I got more questions. So you stated in your previous, so I'm a bit confused by your answer, because you stated that the car was over there and you weren't aware what the cops were doing, but then coincidentally you stated that the cops made it clear that they were dealing with the car, which is your property, meaning that you were aware of the police conducting. I'm asking a question, ma'am. I'd like to be able to do so. So I'll start over. So earlier in the previous question that you answered, ma'am, you said that you weren't aware that the police were engaging with your vehicle, but then later in the statement you retracted that and said that you saw the police working around and investigating your vehicle, and then by your own words they said that the vehicle was being impounded. And then, so what I'm confused by your answer, because it doesn't really clarify if you were aware or not aware, because it sounds like you 100% were aware due to your own statement, ma'am.
As I said earlier, Only once they went to my vehicle and said that was I aware, at which point I said it was my vehicle and offered to move it. At which
So that
point
was
it was
when
then
you entered
illegally
the vehicle?
searched, and Bobby threatened to shoot me. I entered the
Okay,
vehicle
gotcha.
after
So that's
Carmine
when you
illegally
entered the
entered my
vehicle then?
vehicle. After Carmine illegally entered and searched my vehicle.
So that's when you entered the vehicle and fled from officers?
That is not what happened. Like I said, I moved my car
Did you enter
to
the
a parking
vehicle?
space.
Did the officers order you to do that?
It's my car. You never actually ordered me to stop for a traffic stop.
Stop. What's your objection?
Objection.
You don't fuck with this.
Asked and answered.
Sawyer?
I'll tell you how I didn't get contempt.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been keeping my mouth shut.
Like fucking 20 seconds ago, Your Honor.
Why not kidnapping?
Which is why I'm saying
That's why he's objecting.
Objecting to what?
You're asking a question that's already been answered to.
Isn't he doing it after the fact? She already answered the question again.
Sustained. Let's go ahead and move on.
All right.
Line of questioning, please.
You got inside of the police vehicle. You got inside of your vehicle.
They need to be fucking fired. That's what they need.
After Carmine illegally got into it, yes.
Not what I'm asking, ma'am. It's a simple yes or no.
Just answer
You
the
got
question,
inside of
Objection.
your vehicle.
I answered the question.
Wait.
Asked and answered again.
Your Honor,
I'll be honest. I really do believe
He's
that we
trying to
need some.
restate. Okay, he's asking a question.
Your Honor.
Please answer the question.
As you stated earlier, I am allowed to answer as I see fit, as long as
I'm
it is
asking
the
a
truth. If he doesn't
clarifying
like that
question.
answer, that is not my problem.
He's asking you a
But
pretty
you're not
direct
answering.
question. Just please answer the question.
Again, yes, I got in my car after Carmine illegally entered my vehicle.
Perfect. The yes will suffice. Did you drive your car away from officers when they ordered you not to?
To move it, because you never actually told me you pulled me over.
Okay, so you recognize that officers told you not to move the vehicle.
You told me to get out of the car, which is my vehicle, so you have absolutely no reason to do so.
So what you're stating right now is that you, in fact, got into the vehicle against police orders and moved the vehicle because you felt that we didn't have the right to do such.
Carmine trespassed in my vehicle, so I got...
No!
Carmine trespassed in my vehicle, so I got into it because it's
Sawyer,
my
can we move?
legal
I
property.
think we're all on the same page. Can we move on to this line of questioning?
Perfect.
I think we're all on the same page.
Did you lead officers on a lengthy pursuit?
I mean, you already know that. You were one of them, but yes.
Well, yes or no would suffice, ma'am. Did you assault Bobby Charles?
Yeah, and he deserved it. I regret nothing.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Chris, do you have any?
That was like squeezing the tooth. That was like squeezing the toothpaste when there's barely any in that son of a bitch.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can go and step down, Blake. Do you guys have a second witness you'd like to bring up?
No, Your Honor.
By the way, Sawyer, is she cuffed to the table? You want to go double check?
We'll go and go to closing statements.
Would you like us to lead first, Your Honor?
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and have your closing statements if you want to point to anything in evidence.
You want to tag team? You want to tag team, Sawyer?
No. Perfect. All right, so moving into closing statement, I'm Officer Dylan Sawyer, 408 of the LSPD. Yeah, I think it's been made perfectly clear here today that despite conflicting testimony from the assailant of the perpetrated crimes that took place today, that she was aware that police action was being taken. She was aware that her vehicle was in fact illegally parked. She was more than aware and took it upon her own instincts and innate criminal nature to do bad things under her own actions that was not led to by us in any means. We gave her several distinct orders not to do such. She chose to do such. And once again, to reflect upon there being no legislation and no constitution around having to make anyone aware that a vehicle is illegally parked, that vehicle is subject to tow, which means it is subject for search and cataloging for evidence of the move. Now then, she led officers on a lengthy pursuit. What I blame here isn't the justice system. I blame this woman's terrible ineptitude to understand and interpret law, and can see that this city only benefits from her not having a bar license, as she doesn't understand anything she's talking about.
Okay, that's uncalled for.
It's his closing statement.
My closing statement, ma'am. The city is a better
I
place
quit
because
on my
we
own
removed
volition.
her bar
I was
license.
a good lawyer, and you're a
took
little
her bar
bitch.
license, I think we should give
All
her
right,
the key
we're
to
gonna
the city. And
okay,
put a medal
please
I
stop.
am not gonna have him
Sawyer, please
insult
stop.
my ability to be a fucking lawyer.
I'm not insulting her
fucking
ability to be a
everybody
lawyer.
stop.
I'm just
Everybody
recognizing that
Sawyer,
I agree
stop
with the
talking.
decision made.
Shut the
Sawyer,
fuck
you're gonna
up,
be
you
held
inept
another
little
contempt-
piece of shit.
Please.
Who's crashing out?
Another contempt of court. Blake, you're gonna be held another contempt of court charge. Let's wrap up your closing statement, please.
No!
Perfect, Your Honor.
Worth every second, because next time I assault you two, I'm gonna finish the job.
All right,
That's another criminal threat. What did I just wake up to?
arrested for criminal threats again, Miss Ryder. Just so you're aware.
Let's lock it in. Let's close this up.
What the fuck?
Do you have anything else you want to add to your closing statement?
Yes,
What the
Your
hell
Honor.
did I miss?
I don't really know how much we can trust her testimony, as in the same instance where she says she wasn't aware, that she makes it clear that she was in fact aware. I don't understand her. I guess it's just a lack of understanding the law that leads her to make these decisions. But even if she did believe that the law was broken,
she got
there's
two.
civil court for that and a means to go about fighting it. And her escalating to committing crime neither does anything to help her or aid her in any means with her true defense if she believes her vehicle was illegally searched.
Wrap it up, Sawyer.
I would just like to reiterate that I feel bad for her, and I will personally be getting her a copy of How to Be a Lawyer off
that's
of
enough.
Amazon.com.
You're done. Please step back.
And what's yours,
Yes, Your
Hannah? Be
Honor.
dropped on your head as a child,
Okay,
become a fucking
stop,
inept piece of
stop.
shit?
Stop.
Oh my god.
Chris, go ahead and your
All
closing
right, I
statement,
forgive
please.
her. She probably
Yes,
has
Your Honor,
Tourette's or something.
Here today, again,
I don't think I did
my
anything wrong.
Carmine, what the
client
hell did you
here,
do?
Blake Ryder,
Our job.
was unaware that a traffic stop was even being performed. And as anyone would be curious as to why police officers are trying to get into the vehicle and search the vehicle without knowing any sort of reason, and without knowing that they are being a part of a traffic stop. It is my suggestion.
This is the person Frodo has beef with.
Yeah,
It just connected.
Poison Street. All
This
of
is the
these
person Frodo
charges
had
that-
beef with.
and
This is the
incidences
person who
that
wanted
stem
Frodo
from
fired.
How
this
the
initial,
fuck is it fruit of the poisonous tree? I
unauthorized
got the
parking
picture of
at
the
the
car
hospital
illegally parked.
It's a poisonous photo. It's a heel. It's a heel of the photo.
Sorry,
Let
I'm
him
just
finish
hearing
his closing
chatter.
statements here, all right?
I'm just hearing a lot of chatter in my ear. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
this is the
this
person
for
Frodo.
Poison
I know
Street.
it is Blake
My
Ryder.
client here,
The name I
was
recognized
unaware
it.
traffic stop was being performed.
The girl.
And
This is a person
here
Frodo
in
hates, and she hates
Officer
Frodo.
Sawyer's statement, he said that he
She
was
started yelling
performing
at
a traffic
him and
stop.
shit.
While there
It
is
was
no
crazy from what he told me.
legislation that bears any sort of things like that, but they do have
I
clear
can't say
SOPs
that. If I say that,
on
I'm
how
gonna
to
get cut.
perform a traffic stop. And even in evidence,
When
it
I
was
send
not
her up, I'll be
documented
like,
that,
Frodo
her-
sends her regards. Sends his regards.
her registration or her driver's license was even presented.
Yeah, she yelled at him in the middle of MRPD.
And so,
When
without
everyone-
that knowledge,
Did you give this guy a copy of our
Officer
SOP?
Carmine had no
Let
right
him
to
finish his closing.
enter her vehicle and begin a search. And that is my and I rest with that.
All right, thank you.
Why did no one ask me
All
if
right,
I
I'm gonna
searched
go
the
in the back
car or
room. I'm gonna go
not?
ahead and deliberate, and I'll be back here in a couple minutes.
Why is everyone just say I searched the car? No one's asking me if I fucking searched the car.
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't.
Because it wasn't even you that searched the
He
car.
doesn't even
it
know
was
what
me.
the fuck fruit
fucking
of the
searched
poisonous
no
tree
car.
means. What the fuck is he
I think
talking
we both
about?
searched the car.
You think she's gonna run?
Don't interact with them, okay?
10-4 boys.
Don't interact with who?
What's going on, Chief?
How's it going?
With the defense over there.
You know what, Chief? I just want to say that I did just.
Bobby, can you get through a damn court case without getting a contempt charge?
Sir, you saw that. All I asked was that we treat the witnesses hostile.
It was a yes or no question.
Apparently.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For my second contempt charge, I couldn't even hear the judge saying nothing until he said contempt.
For my wait, I didn't get a contempt charge this bench trial. Jesus, I'm an all-star.
That's because you passed out during it. And I don't even think I did anything that deserved a contempt charge. I ain't do nothing. I just was articulate.
Yeah, I think he was just stating the obvious.
And expanded upon my reasoning, and then was told to shut the fuck up. I'm just real glad that woman ain't got a bar license.
You know what, Sawyer? When the fuck did witnesses?
Excuse me, Chief,
when the
can I
fuck did they
talk to you
become
for a moment,
like
please?
able to be able to fucking object? You know, one time when I was getting questioned, I tried to object to the question, and the judge said, "Shut the fuck up. You need just get legal counsel." When the fuck did that change?
Because it's you, Bobby.
Can you guys stop talking to the? She's still a suspect. She's still under police custody.
Doesn't matter.
It does. Maybe you could be planning an escape. You know?
How
how would I know?
Get behind the bar. Get behind the wooden part.
We
Right.
might have to search her to make sure one of them didn't hand her a knife.
Mm-hmm.
You touch me, I'll kill you all.
Captain.
Is that another threat?
Yeah, it is. Can you
I
pat her
wouldn't worry
down?
about weapons. You know, these they all that come through metal detectors. They wouldn't have been able to.
I've seen people throw them over several times.
If Changang can meeting adjourn, she can gun us down here too, dude.
Yeah,
I don't feel safe.
Well, meeting adjourned didn't have metal
She's also
detectors, so
a government employee. So
Oh, she is.
Tell me they don't have metal detectors in like the most important part of the fucking courthouse.
What?
Wait, if
She's
she's a
gonna
government
kill us
employee,
all,
doesn't that mean she
like,
can
5
sneak
times.
things through the metal detector?
I think they I think he was talking about. I think you were talking about somebody else, right, James?
Oh. Okay.
I personally
I
don't
think
think
the,
this bench trial was as interesting as people thought it was. It was pretty
I
easy.
want to see your madre. Pay my respects to your padre,
You're gonna
mi
get
amor.
copyrighted, Carmine.
What? I'm getting complimented?
You're gonna get copyrighted. You sing it that accurately.
Oh. yeah.
Was too spot on. I'd be careful.
Thank you.
So, Ventura, you
Bobby, Sawyer, thank you so much for making me look like a fucking all-star. I love you guys crashing out made me shine so bright.
Here, dude.
Bro, I'm so happy, dude. I was like the perfect representation of the LSPD compared to you two, and I'm gonna make a promotion out of this.
I tried to make an objection. I just got contempt.
You were beating a dead horse, dude. You have no tact, no class.
Because she wasn't fucking answering questions. What do you mean?
My favorite part is every time you reject, Carmine would turn to you and say, "Bobby, what are you doing?"
Yeah, because Carmine doesn't know what he's doing.
We didn't need to object. He wasn't cooking nothing. He had nothing to work with, Bobby. The man was starving.
Yeah, too bad.
Let him lead once or twice. Who cares?
No. Too fucking bad, Carmine. We in court.
Whoa.
This big dog business.
She's not across the bar. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not talking about you. You're moving too much. I don't like it.
We need to get her closer to the counter. I think.
Give her about 5 minutes.
Captain,
You're
permission to
breathing too
handcuff her
much.
to the desk.
let me try to go talk to them.
She's moved awfully far away. She's getting closer to that door with every second I look at her.
Holy shit!
Almost through with this. If we just, I don't.
What is he? What did we do wrong?
If you wouldn't mind just standing closer to us for now, so we can just wrap this up and then.
I just got out of the ICU. An officer threatened to shoot me, and I am in no way about to conform to the PD because I don't believe in any of you.
I understand that.
all right, Blake. Yeah, just come conform to me. Come over here.
Why should I?
Oh God.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh
Keep your
God.
eye on Ventura. They might try and stab him.
Yeah, I'm
If I was
watching.
gonna leave, I would have motherfucking done it.
Oh God.
I'm making sure I just got this in my gun unbuttoned just in case I gotta react. You know what they used to call me in Brokeback?
Montana, what they used to call you?
Back shots?
Used to call me Quick Draw.
Oh.
Play the sound, Carmine. Play the sound.
Oh. Wait. One more time. Whoa, she's running. I fucking called it. Move.
Running.
We got a runner! We got a runner!
We got a runner at the courthouse!
Radio check, we need
Runner
77s at the
Stop
courthouse.
her!
Someone's fleeing the courthouse from a bench trial. Blake Ryder, she's got
We got a
purple hair. She's
runner!
going to be exiting the front door. 77s, please. We got any mobile units? She's getting in a car. The vehicle's going to be registered too. I can't get... It's one of those off-road yellowish hue color cars. She's leaving.
It's a brawler.
A brawler.
She's gonna get. Don't worry. She's gonna get like that infinite warrant. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Last seen going south on MacDonald. Oh, that made us look really good.
Well, she kept
So,
telling me-
Captain.
Because she ran, she's gonna get an indefinite warrant. So, all good.
Maybe.
Do you want me to? Do we handle that, or how do we go about that, Your Honor?
Yeah, you're gonna handle it on your side, but verdict for the bench trial. Blake Ryder is going to be found guilty of resisting arrest, guilty of assault and battery, guilty of unauthorized parking, guilty of reckless evading, guilty of disobeying a peace officer, not guilty of criminal threats.
Are they firm? Do you want us to adjust for the warrant?
Why not the
as
criminal
such,
threats?
or how do you want to handle that, Your Honor?
Yeah, just go ahead and adjust the charges on there, and then put out a warrant indefinitely for her.
I got a question about the criminal threats. Why was it unfounded?
What's going to happen is I'm going to identify.
Well, based on what you guys said, you guys said that she said that she was going to quote unquote kill you all. It's a very
Fucking talked to earlier.
sorry. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's a pretty broad statement. They said they're going to physically harm someone. Then that places that person in a state of fear and or safety of himself.
I think she's gonna go out of prison and attack me. Right now she's free. I believe that she's going to attack me.
It's the same thing as if I say,
they were both compliant.
I'm gonna go shoot everyone. Right?
I got you, man.
I get what you mean. It was like vague. It wasn't like specific.
It's a little. If I walk out and I say I'm gonna go shoot Carmine Castello,
I'm talking right now.
of course it's guilty, right? But if I say I'm gonna kill everyone or all of you, right? I think it's too. I think it's too broad.
Here we saw people,
Because and you guys only pointed to it for like
we do got a vehicle
half a second.
Suspect to
Yeah, because I was the only one that was
correct.
And I was gonna ask her about that, but I had the headache, so it's whatever.
For the both of you. Honestly,
it's whatever. Anyway,
you saved the reckless evading, by the way.
I saved the reckless evading. How'd I do that?
Because no one pointed about on it until you did.
Oh, hey, Bobby, you hear that?
Sorry to interrupt, but I am telling you that I was.
Hey, sir, could you step away?
Something
Please do.
that
No,
got you, people lie.
Sorry, step away.
I'm their lawyer. I'm their lawyer.
You're conflicted, sir. You were in that fucking huddle. I need you to move.
I wasn't doing anything. I was letting one of the doctors.
There's nothing
know
to be
that I was
conflicted
gonna
about.
be
I didn't
back.
see anything.
What do you mean? You were literally there for everything.
You were literally right here when it happened, and you overheard the conversations. You're easily conflicted there, sir.
This is becoming a shit
Yeah,
show.
I am not wanting to do any of this.
Sir, I need you not to go anywhere. All right.
I'm not going anywhere.
He's my
I'm talking to
lawyer.
superior.
He can't.
Like I said, there's